Hey everyone, this is your Mini of the East, and I wanted to do something a little bit different for once. And I wanted to take a look at the recent Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that dropped earlier this morning, and if you see my reaction, it's on the channel. But anyways, this is something new I wanted to try and do. I can't remember if I did this last year. My memory's a bit foggy on that, but anyway, I wanted to try and analyze all the new things that were in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. So I'm gonna go by them about scene by scene and see what I could try and dig up from all the information. And luckily, the English subbed trailer did come out. So while I did react to the Japanese trailer, I'll be able to get some dialogue to make sense of what I didn't see in the first time. So this gonna be a little bit. So let's take a look at the first thing, and I'll mute this just to be safe. Alright, so of course Disney. Don't assume your dreams are just fantasy. If you can imagine the world, believe in it, and dive in. That's a nice quote. Okay, first of all, look at this. Just look at this. Sora diving. I have a feeling this is they're bringing back this mechanic from Dream Drop Distance that you could be diving into the world from above. Just look at this. Mount Olympus. This looks good. Just breathtaking. If you guys remember the 2015 trailer for Kingdom Hearts where you jumped off Mount Olympus, like down below, like on the mountain. Oh my god, this looks so great. Alright, and this trailer represents a game currently in development, of course. And what drew my attention from the beginning, other than this, was the icons on the right. We can see Sora, Donald, and Goofy as usual, but now we can see Hercules up somewhere on top. So now we can have more party members join, or they'll just be like the support they've been like in the past, but now they have an actual health bar and magic point icon on the side. So that makes me believe that we can actually keep track of them. And that's really neat. And then we can see our command board, which is attack, magic, items, and link. Now what I'm guessing the link attack is going to be is you can link up with your other party members to do special attacks, which I think we'll get later in the trailer. So let's see how Sora goes. Let me just look at that. That is amazing. And this was all real time right to the bottom. Now look at this. And just attacks from the bottom. That is incredible. So you can like jump from really high heights and you can attack from the bottom. Alright, Sora is using his... Okay, so Sora was using his regular combo as usual. And as we can see here, Sora is in his dry form. I think this was the defense form that he had. I can't remember if it was the shield or if it was the defense or power form. I forgot what it was, but also Sora is using the Keyblade that we saw in the previous trailer, the one from Olympus with Zeus on it. And now it's changing into the shield, which is awesome. So again, can't tell if this is part of the Keyblade's power or if it's the defense form. And as you can see, we have a new command on the side of the command board called Counter Shield. So it's like a form change, and it has a new move that replaces attack called Counter Slash. So what I'm guessing is that since it's like a shield, if you block the attack on time, you can do a counter attack as opposed to a regular attack. It's just the multiple fists, like oh, God, all that JoJo stuff. Well, I'm guessing it could be it could be Sora's fist just being enlarged by the shield, or Zeus's fist. Who knows? But that's a cool finisher. Alright, so Sora is still using the shield like as a regular attack, and the counter slash icon's not there. Now I can't see what the green icon, the green text is saying in the center of the screen. So I'm trying to see if I can get this going. Oh, stand by. Alright. Alright, so here we have the shot lock ability. So Sora has this, and the focus gauge is of course going down, so Sora can use shot locks. But there's two commands, unleash and flow chain. So I have no idea how this works, because all I remember from back in Birth by Sleep, when you use the shot lock command, you can hold it until you have the maximum number of locks, or you just release it just to do a short burst. But if you did full charge, you could continue the attack. So I don't know if this is a different command where you can unleash it right off the bat, or do the flow chain where you can attack multiple opponents. I don't know if those are separate, but we'll have to wait and see how this goes. Alright, so a ball of light comes down, and that is awesome. So Sora uses the shield to block an incoming light orb, and just uses that impact to scatter and attack across all the opponent, and that is awesome. Alright. 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 Now Sora is still using his Kingdom Hearts 2 moveset, and most specifically he was using the finisher combo from the original and then the magnet pull from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. And look at this. The icons now says second form with Ars Arcanum as a finisher. And as we can see Hercules on the side, so he's able to help us. And there's another, and it's hard to tell from the image, but I can't tell if that's another Heartless or if it's something else entirely. Hard to tell from the graphical image. I'm sorry, but the quality is not that perfect, even though at HD. So if anyone can help me figure out what that is, I appreciate it. But this icon for the command board, second form, intrigues me. Sora's in his Kingdom Hearts 2 colors, but we'll get a much better look as we go along the trailer, because there's another instance where he uses this. And here we have Goofy and Sora using what appears to be one of the limit attacks, and the command board is completely gone. So it makes me think it's like a more cinematic move, so you can't use any attack. But I think this is one of the instances where you can team up with your party members to use the limit attack. Now my only guess is that this can happen with all your party members, even the ones that are temporary like Hercules. So who knows what could happen. Now this is all okay. Now I can get a proper look at some of these Heartless. I see like some of these Harpy and then the Centaur, or whatever these guys are. So okay, these guys are the guys in the red caps that look like jesters for some reason are new Heartless. But I can't tell like what they are. Oh, okay. Like the one in the middle on the right side looks like he's carrying a bow and arrows. So these could be archers, I believe. Again, it's too hard to tell from this distance in the trailer. But this is our first instance of new Heartless again. So that's kind of neat. And it's supposed to be good. Yep, he isn't. Alright, our first instance of Maleficent and Pete in the Unreal Engine. Man, do they look good. And thankfully this is the English trailer, we can actually read the subtitles. Hey, now that ain't no way to say hello, especially to your old pallies. Of course this is making reference to Kingdom Hearts 1, where Maleficent got the Disney villains together to terrorize the worlds into darkness. But Pete, well, of course, wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 1, nor he wasn't on screen. And this is from the background. It looks like, yeah, yep. As I thought, this is taking place on the somewhere on the mountain, and as we can see, the statue on the right. Yeah, this is definitely like something. This is like from the movie on the island where Hercules trains. And man, Hades, do you look good, especially the way your hair flows in the HD. Funny, I don't remember you doing me any memorable favors. Alright, so just the look I paused on. Oh my god, that is so hilarious. I'm sorry, this is just too good of a face for me to be to pause on. Alright, Now, I know we're referencing to because their planets failed before, and Hades was one of the few Disney villains that survived Sora's assault. And technically, all of Hades' plans, aside from the main story in Kingdom Hearts 1, were completely optional, so you could just completely glance them over for all we know. Alright, now, Toodaloo, the exit this way. Okay, and now another thing. His legs at the bottom. Look at those. I mean, below him. Like, if you guys remember in the original Hercules movie, his legs are like all smoke and everything. So that's a nice attention to detail, because of course in the original games you couldn't do that with that type of technology. But now we're at this stage, you can recreate some things that happened in the movies, which is amazing. That is a nice attention to detail when it comes to trying to recreate the movie's magic. We are not here to help you. All I need is a piece of information. And of course, the mysterious black box comes back into play. And spoilers for those who haven't gotten to see the Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key movie. At the end of the movie, one of the apprentices, is Lucio, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that right, or if it's the right name, was given a black box by the Master of Masters, and he told him not to open it. And he whispers to him what's in the box, and it's just been a complete mystery of what that box is. So all of us have been completely left in the dark, and it's now become another big mystery leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3 of what could be in it. So this is also continuing what Maleficent's been wanting to do ever since Recoded, when they've been started bringing in all this, well, now Union Cross stuff. First she wants the Book of Prophecies that she mentioned back in Recoded, and then at the end of Unchained Key's Japanese ending, when they closed the browser game, they mentioned she was looking for Ventus, and now she's trying to look for this black box. What does this all mean? What is she trying to find? All these things that relate back to the Keyblade War. And Ventus, and again, this is all from the Japanese release, it turns out to have lived from the Keyblade War for a long time. How he's lived that long is again unknown at the moment. But all these three things that up to this point are things related to the Keyblade War, and what she wants to do with them is currently unknown. But this is adding more and more mystery on top of that. So I'm not sure where this goes. Okay, the rain. Oh my god, the rain physics on it. I mean, look at this, and look how good it looks. Sora's still in his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, so let's see how this looks. God, look at this. The water running off the Rock Titan. You can see it gleaming on the side. Even the mountain. Look at this. This looks gorgeous. Ah, God, I can't wait to see this when this game comes out. Oh man, the rock chipping away at the mountain. Okay, here we have some regular Heartless, and here's our first look at the shortcut menu with the magic. And it seems Sora has access to 3 types of magic, and guessing on the arrow icons, we can move up and down on them too. So for now, he has Firaga, Aeroga, Thundaga, and Blizzaga. So yeah, this is like a similar shortcut to what we saw in 0.2 with the magic system. And Sora's able to move when he casts magic. And his Keyblade kind of lights up when he uses the magic too. Ooh, here we go. Okay, this is perfect. Standing by. Now we can properly see with the triangle icon, which was the reaction command, is now like to activate special commands. Firaza. Alright, so Sora has access to Za levels of magic. Kind of like how Aqua did it could be used as a finishing move as long as it was linked back to the magic move, if I believe. Now, second form, again, this is linking back to what we saw earlier, but I'll get to that later on in the trailer. But it seems now forms can be activated when you do combos, and depending on what type of combos you do, you can possibly unlock using the other forms. Now the question is, second form, since, well, again, we'll get to that later on in the trailer. Alright, okay, now we can see more and more magic, and okay, we can see some more Heartless, and there's a couple of new ones. I think these are the ones from these type of elemental Heartless that we've seen in the past. I think these wind ones were from Kingdom Hearts 2 or the mobile games. I could be wrong, because I remember these guys also made an appearance in the mobile game, Union Cross. But correct me if I'm wrong again in the comments if I make it wrong about this. Okay, so we're just getting a montage of all the attacks Sora is using, and this looks to be a finisher from that shield form, so it's showing counter shield, and we can see the Heartless's heart getting released once it dissipates. And again, it's a nice detail that they're keeping across the whole series. Okay, so now Sora's activating second form, and just judging from this look, this is him using a drive form. So second form is a drive form. This is what I want to talk about. It seems Sora can have access to his previous abilities or new form. Let's see. Yeah, so as I suspected, second form allows him to call across abilities from Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1, but he has the colorization of his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. Now, upon closer look, it looks like Sora is still wearing his new Kingdom Hearts 3 clothes, but has the coloring of the Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. As you can see on his legs, it doesn't look like he's having those leg belt things that he did before, and since they're absent, normally they would be yellow on the side. So, yeah, second form is, I believe, is a form that uses the Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 abilities, kind of like how Limit Form used the Kingdom Hearts 1 abilities back in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. So whether or not Sora is able to get this form right off the bat, once he gets his new clothes, which would be possibly Olympus Coliseum, is the reason to believe later on. So we don't know if this will happen later or now. Oh yeah, so he's using Sonic Blade. And we had another instance of flow motion back from Dream Drop Distance as he goes up the area. So that's kind of neat that we get to see more instances of that as you go grind rails. Okay, and we're back here. And again, Sora's still wearing his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. So it makes me... okay, in my original reaction, I thought the Titan would be the last boss. But considering from the screenshots and what we've seen so far, it seems facing the Rock Titans would be somewhere like beginning or almost mid of this world, since we saw a mid-boss screenshots with him using the new form later from last year, I believe. So I guess this is where Sora's at. I think after this fight he will obtain his new clothes and powers, and then we'll also continue on with the world. So the worlds are going to be possibly huge, and this is probably to be a long time before we get out of Olympus Coliseum, I believe. But man, facing the Rock Titan, just look how far we've come since the 2015 trailer with the Rock Titan's boss battle. And yeah, again, you can use flow motion to face the Rock Titan. And another big shocker, Xemnas and Ansem, Seeker of Darkness are back. And again, they're still wearing the Organization 13 cloaks. So either they were brought back from their points in time thanks to young Xehanort, or these the guys have been revived in some way that still makes it confusing. And now since we got the English text, fans are gonna flip. How do you expect to bring Roxas back when he should never have existed in the first place? Okay, so Sora is possibly trying to find a way to bring Roxas back and make him his own person, possibly from after the events of Dream Drop Distance. This is I think much later on in the story, since Sora has his outfit, his new outfit. We could possibly see him trying to find a way to bring Roxas back, and since from our location we are back at Twilight Town, more specifically outside the mansion. Now, if you remember, the mansion was the last place Roxas went to before he merged with Sora. So my only guess is that Sora comes back here to try and find some clues to find a way to bring Roxas back and make him his own person. And those clues could be in Ansem's old lab somewhere in the mansion or notes. This will be I think his first place to look, and I think this is where he encounters Ansem and Xemnas. Now, Xemnas' Japanese voice actor is really good. There is only one way to accomplish it. Sora, are you finally going to call upon the darkness? Man, I just love the textures on the coats. Now, you're finally going to call upon the darkness. So, since nobody's, if I remember, live in the realm of darkness, could possibly calling upon the darkness bring Roxas back. So, Xemnas is trying to play. I don't know how to go about it, but I think he's trying to tell Sora, well, if you want to bring Roxas back, I think the one way to do that is for you to call upon the darkness and actually use it. Now, Sora, I believe, will not be that gullible to try and use the darkness to even try and bring back Roxas. I would be shocked if Sora was that desperate to go by any means to try and bring Roxas back. And that was pretty much everything, guys, for the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, and except for one last thing. Yep, I brought this up in my reaction that for D23 Expo 2017 there will be a new world and trailer revealed for Kingdom Hearts 3, which again, we have not gotten the reveal of a new world in almost 2 years. Because the last world we got revealed was Big Hero 6, and all we got from that was a concept art of what was going to happen. And I still believe that from this image right here, that we have a look at a new Keyblade form, and it could be a big hint of what the Keyblade could be tying to that specific world. And it's really hard to say of what the new world could be. It could be almost anything at this point. And I know it has to be most of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 are going to be absolutely brand new, or to a new location we have not been to before, a la Olympus Coliseum. So we'll have to wait and see, since D23 is like the big Disney convention, and they constantly flip-flap back and forth between Anaheim or LA, California, and Japan. And this year it's going to be in LA, California. So the Kingdom Hearts news keeps on rolling, especially during the time since E3. But since the E3 train never stops, and this is technically something not related to E3, but still, this was a bunch of news for us to see. And man, am I just excited to see what's going to happen. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, so please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos. If you like this video, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and please be sure to comment if there's any mistake I made in this analysis video, because honestly, this was a lot to cover. So I hope you guys all have a great E3, and I'll catch you guys next time. So until then, take care, everyone.